between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league, and that's Tyrod Taylor.
7-6 as a first-time starter in 2015. He did a really nice job taking care of the football. 20 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions.
They go play action here on first down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Still first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a loss.
Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And incomplete to open things up.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And LeGarrette Blount just does not go down easy. You know, from my experience as a defensive back, this was a difficult guy to try and tackle because of the force that he runs with, and he's not going to be daunted no matter it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter, Brandon.
Well, what shocks me about last year, 18 touchdowns. I mean, the yards were pretty good, 1161. But when I think of New England, I don't think of a running back getting 18 touchdowns.
Yeah, that to me, it was the combo that made the 2016 season for him. Most yards in his career, most touchdowns in his career by far. And he's the type of guy that, hey, you want to give it to me inside the 5? He doesn't believe anyone's going to stop him.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rob Ninkovich in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Strong right.
Watkins alone on the left side. On second down, here's Taylor. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I know the object for us when we call games is to be neutral, but I have to tell you, I am rooting so hard for Sammy Watkins to have an injury-free next season, just to see everything that he can do and give himself the best opportunity so that we can see it.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he's missed 11 games. It's tough. The one bright spot for him, though, is Clemson Tigers did win the national championship.
Yeah, I think that's going to give him a little bit of comfort, but what he wants more than anything, a healed foot and a chance to be the #1 receiver he was drafted to be.
And Buffalo wants that, too.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He's got a man complete. A big gain there for the Bills. 33 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And now a first down following that long gain.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Let's go.
One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the early. Former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And bringing the Patriots out, Tom Brady. And Tom, now the second youngest and second oldest quarterback to win a Super Bowl after winning it this past season. Going to turn 40 on August 3rd. How much does he have left in the tank?
I would say that the tank seems like it's darn near full. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that, because no one is supposed to be playing at that type of a level at that age in the NFL, yet Tom Brady's doing it. And it's absolutely phenomenal to watch. We know it's going to come to an end one day, but I'm projecting it out farther than I ever would have thought because of the way he played this past season.
Gronkowski may have had to miss a Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background, right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016. But I know this, they don't want to try it again.
No,
they want the big fella back.
Cuts back, left sideline. A big play there for the Pats on third. 56 yards. So it was 3rd and 1. The defense, they stacked the box, and that's the problem. You break through that first level, there's no second level.
And most good running teams work against stacked defenses. They don't care if you have 6 in the box, 7 in the box, 8 in the box. It doesn't matter to them. Block people, give your running back a chance, because it could pay off big as it just did there.
1st and goal here from the 9. Now they'll run with Lewis. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Here's the 11 starters on defense for Buffalo, and the new coaching staff really coming in. They can look at two numbers, kind of yin and yang. They're good against the pass, 6th in the league, 29th, though, against the run.
Well, if you look at this new coaching staff that has taken over in Buffalo and trace their past, it starts with them stopping the run because they are a very aggressive, blitz-happy type of a group. But it only begins with stopping the run first. So I expect that number to improve in 2017 for Buffalo.
6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up. They couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now Brady. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 4 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they... Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a defensive timeout. Chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, here's Blunt. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's the offensive unit at heads up. Look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in. Out on the perimeter or going inside.
So 2nd and 10 here. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On first down, it's Taylor. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's New England defensively. Last year, the #1 overall defense as far as points given up goes, and they've got a lot coming back in 2017.
Now, they certainly do, and let's go back to the Super Bowl. Trey Flowers, who was their leading sack guy in 2006, he had 7 in the regular season. He was a monster in the Super Bowl against Atlanta. He's back there for them. How about Dante Hightower at linebacker? His first Pro Bowl in 2016, and then just moving on back to the secondary. Devin McCourty, the guy who quarterbacks him back as safety, he's been to the Pro Bowl as a corner and as a free safety.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Taylor with a give to McCoy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 53 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, Wright, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted, He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. On play action, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. This is caught inside the 15. A big gain there for the Bills. 36 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and they will move up by 10 now.